Hello, welcome to the next class of the operating system. The concept is CPU scheduling. CPU scheduling is the basics of multi-programmed operating system. The concept of CPU scheduling is multi-programmed operating system. By switching the CPU among the processes, the operating system can make the computer more productive. The purpose of CPU is switching the CPU among the processes. Operating system can make the more product. That means the process of the CPU scheduling is to execute more products or more programs. That is, the concept is called an multi-programming. So in this concept we will discuss or we will cover the topics. Those are to introduce the CPU scheduling, which is the basic for multi-programmed operating system. So we are discussing the scheduling concepts of the CPU, which is related to the multi-programmed operating system. And second one is to describe various CPU scheduling algorithm. So we are describing various CPU scheduling algorithm. There are number of CPU scheduling algorithm for the purpose of performing multi-programmed. So this entire concept is mainly used for to schedule the CPU schedule. That means the CPU cannot set an idle position. That is the main task of the CPU scheduling. So we can effectively use the CPU in more productivity to execute multiple tasks, to execute efficiency of the task. So the main task of the CPU is to execute multiple programming in the CPU, right? And next one is, in a single process system only one process can be run at a time. So if you take the single process operating system, the only process can be run at a time. Only one process can be runs at a time. That means in a single process system there is a chance to execute only one process, right? So any other must wait until the CPU is free and can be rescheduled. So in a single processor operating system only one process can be executed. The remaining process must be wait until they are rescheduled. So one process is executed, the remaining process want to wait in the waiting state, right? So we will discuss the what is the waiting state, what is the running state, and what is the resume state. All these things we will discuss in the later. Okay. And the objective of the multi-programming is to have some process running at all the times to maximize the CPU utilization. The main objective of the multi-programming. So multi-programming object is to have some process running at all times. That means we have to execute continuous of the processes. Process must be executed continuously. So that means the maximization of the CPU utilization. That is the main task of the multi-programming. So coming to the next one, a process is executed until it must wait. A process is executed until it must wait, typically for the completion of some input output request. So a process must wait for which purpose? To completion of their input output request. The process want to get the input from the user, or it can be want to display something or print something on the output devices. So for the purpose of input and output operations, right? So for the purpose of input and output operations they must wait, right? So main purpose of the multi-program system is process can be running simultaneously, maximum utilization of the CPU, right? So the process can be executed on the waiting of the input output request, right? In a single computer system the CPU then just sit idle. This is the main process. This is the main drawback of the single computer system. Whenever the process is completed, the system will sit in an idle position. So this is the main drawback and disadvantage of the single process system. So all this, so all this waiting time is wasted, right? So waiting time is wasted, no useful work is accomplished. Whenever the waiting term is occurred, the wastage of the time is more. That means no requirement or important task cannot be completed, right? So for the purpose of removing this, we using the CPU scheduling. So with multiple programming, we try to use this time productive. So what are the time is wasted at this position? With multiple programming concept, we can use this more productive. That is the most important thing, right? And with multi-programming, we try to use this time productivity. By using the multi-programming concept, we are trying to use this time productivity, right? And several processes are kept in memory at one time. So all the processes are kept in the memory at a time, right? So and next point is, when one process has to wait to the operating system take the CPU away from other process, give the CPU to another process, and this pattern continues. So whenever one process has to wait in the operating system, the another CPU may be process give to the another processors, and this process, that means the CPU switching, it is in a switching. One process is in a waiting state, the process or CPU can be assigned to the another process for the purpose of executing their task. So the wasting time is reduced, right? So this is the main concept of the CPU scheduling, right? So this is our main task which we are discussed earlier. Okay, thank you for watching.